Hi everyone, this is JB of Let's Gulong Pare. Good afternoon. Today's topic is a very exciting one. This is about your tire sizing. Now, most people up to now still don't know where to find the tire size. So whenever there are a lot of consumers that I've encountered, whenever they ask me, JB, may gulong ka ba? They always would mention to me the vehicle. May gulong ka bang pang Montero? May gulong ka bang pang Ford Ranger? You know, they don't know anything or they don't know the tire size. Now, this is a very basic information that I teach my guys in the team. Also, yung mga dealers and resellers of the tires that would ask training from us, and car group members as well, and consumers. Okay, now this is the very least information. At the very least, a consumer should know this, because whenever you are going to replace your tire, this is the first question that they would ask you. I mean, the dealers would ask you as a consumer. Now, I've been going through a lot of videos in YouTube and also in Facebook. I've seen a lot of people talk about tires, and I've seen a lot of people talk about tire sizes, and most of them are committing a lot of mistakes in the interpretation of the numbers written on that tire sidewall, especially on the size. Now, I'd like to talk about it now correctly. Now, I'm saying this because just to give you confidence, okay, I've been in the industry for quite some time. It's more than 15 years now, and as a tire guy, this is the very basic thing that we should know. I teach half of my experience. I do trainings, conduct trainings to business to business, business to consumers, and also resellers or end users, as we interpret those. And I've undergone, before I've gained this knowledge and experience, I've undergone thousands of hours of training, from the very basic things that you should know about the tires, to the complex ones, including design and interpretation of performance. Now, again, for me, this is somehow what I do when you wake up. It's all about tires. Okay. Anyway, I'm torn between giving you two examples. One is for an SUV tire, and the other one is for motorcycle. But I decided to probably talk about those tire sizes. It's the same anyway. The same principle in the interpretation of tire sizes for motorcycles and four-wheel vehicles. So I decided to use a motorcycle for my discussion as an example for tire sizing. Now, this is a Husqvarna Svartbilen 401. That's a mouthful, and I love this bike. Now, let's go directly to the size. So as you can see in the video, the tire size is 110/70R17. Again, I would repeat, tire size 110/70R17. And then after that, you would see, the letters M/C, then 54H, and then M+S. Let's talk about all those details, all those sidewall information one by one. So this is for 110. By the way, that's how you read it. That's how you correct. Whenever you go to a dealer shop and they ask you, sir, what will be your tire size? The way you read it is 110/70R17. Now 110. This one. 110 or 110 is the nominal section width. When I say nominal, it was measured, unladed, and no pressure is applied. So no load and no pressure is applied. It is measured 110 millimeters. So where are you supposed to measure the 110 millimeters. Okay, so if you look closely, okay, I will use this one. Okay, from the highest peak sidewall on this side up to the highest peak of this sidewall, that is the nominal section width. Okay, again, from the highest peak, this sidewall, up to the highest peak on this sidewall, that's the nominal section width. A lot of customers or the people who I've seen in making those videos are interpreting, even resellers, they still commit on this mistake. They thought 110, or for this example, 110, they thought would be here from shoulder to shoulder. That is wrong. It's actually measured from sidewall to sidewall. The first 3 digits there is called the nominal section width. Okay. Now let's go move to the next. This is 70. 70 is what you call, for the old school guys, it's called the aspect ratio. But for the modern ones, they call it the series, okay, the tire series. Aspect ratio or series. So 70 is actually a percentage, okay? So divide the nominal section height over the nominal section width. In this case, the example is 110 as our nominal section width. But we don't know the section height. Okay, for you to be able to get the section height, okay, let me move this out. So in order for me to get 70, the nominal section height over the nominal section width. In this case, the example is 110 as our nominal section width. But we don't know the section height. Okay, for you to be able to get the section height, okay, let me move this out. Let me please move. Okay, this is better, much better. Okay. Section height is measured from bead. Okay, I won't be able to show you the bead because it's already fitted or mounted to a wheel. But the bead is a part of the tire that is seated on the wheel. Okay, so from the bead all the way to the highest peak of your thread. Okay, from the bead area, which is somewhere here for this example, again somewhere here for this example, all the way up to here. Again, this is measured unladen and with no pressure applied. Now again, 70 is a result when I divide the section height, which is here, over the section width. They're both in nominal. Okay, now for me, since it's given, 70 is given, that means 70%. So for me to know what is the section height of this tire, I would simply multiply 0.7 to 110. Okay, so I would simply multiply, again, I would repeat it. Sorry, I got cut. Again, I would multiply 0.7. I would get 70% of 110. That's 0.7 multiplied by 110. That is mental math. It's 77 millimeters. The section height, the nominal section height of this tire, coming from here, which is where it is seated, going to the highest peak of the tread, that's 77 millimeters. Okay, I hope you get this. Okay, so we're done with nominal section width. We're done with the aspect ratio or the series. Okay, let's go to the letter R. Okay, letter R, let me please correct everyone. This is not, it does not stand for rim. Okay, R stands for radial. So this tire is radially constructed. Okay, I would post a video in the future on what is the difference between a radial tire and a bias tire construction. This is again a very exciting topic to discuss because especially in the motorcycle and the truck and bus, because they still use bias tires, but for the 4 wheels mostly are using the radial tires. Now in this scenario, my motorbike is using a radial tire, so R stands for radial. Now if you see a minus sign here instead of R, you see a dash or a minus sign, that means that tire is bias constructed. This, if you see an R, that's radial constructed. Okay. So now we're done with R. Let's go with 17. Okay. So now we're done with R. Let's go with 17. 17. Okay. So this is funny because, you know, some people would ask me, sir, but ito millimeters, tapos pag sinolve natin yung section height, it will be also in millimeters. Then suddenly we go to diameter, and it is measured in inches. So 17 is what you call the internal diameter of your tire. So the bead area is here. You measure that, let's say for example, let's move this, okay? Let's move it further. So, okay, can you see my, this is, so from here, all the way to here, from here, all the way to there, that's called your nominal diameter. Again, let me repeat it this side. From here, okay, going to here, that's nominal internal diameter of your tire in inches. Okay. Again, for those who are, you know, tuning in and watching this video, let me repeat it from the start. 110 is the section width, nominal section width. 70 is what you call the series or the aspect ratio. R, this means the tire is radially constructed. And if you see a minus sign, that's going to be a bias constructed tire. 17 is the nominal internal diameter of your tire in inches. Okay. Now, I chose this example because it has a peculiarity, a differentiation between for what purpose or vehicle. In this scenario, you would see after the size, you would see M/C. This means this is for motorcycle. M/C is for motorcycle. Motorcycle. That's what it stands for. M/C. Now there are some motorcycle tires that do not have that. But in this case, the Pirelli Scorpion decided to indicate M/C. Okay. Okay. So next is, now to continue, let's talk about 54H. Okay, 54H collectively is called service description. So when you go to a dealer shop, they would ask you the size. They would also, I hope they would also ask you the service description. So hindi kasi porket parehas ng tire size, magkaparehas ang service description. So dapat each consumer would be very aware of this information because this is quite important for what application you're going to use the tire for. Now 54, okay, again it might be 3 digits, okay, or 2 digits. In this case, an example is 54. 54 is called the load capacity index. Okay, it has an equivalent information of what is the weight that this tire can carry, whether in kilos or in pounds. Okay, I think 54, if my memory serves me right, that's 212 kilos, okay, or 467 pounds. Okay, so this tire can carry 54. This tire can carry 212 kilos or 467 pounds. Okay, at the specific tire pressure application. Now H is the speed symbol. Okay, speed symbol. Speed symbol is again this represents a specific number or equivalent speed in terms of kilometers per hour or miles per hour. In this scenario, this Pirelli Scorpion can run up to 210 kilometers per hour or 130 miles per hour. Now, let me explain those. Okay, so let's go back in 54. 54 is the load index, as I mentioned. Now, it represents an equivalent weight that the tire can carry. So, bakit sinasabi yan? So the manufacturers are putting a limit on how much weight that the tire can carry. Beyond that, it might not perform well, or it might fail. So this means if this tire could probably be loading more than 212 kilos, let's say for example to 40 to 50, it might underperform or it might fail. So there are some tolerances that a manufacturer can make or can incorporate in this in their designs. Okay, I've seen some designs that can withstand up to 50% more. Some designs are within limit. So pag nilagyan mo ng kinargahan mo ng more than the limit, nagfe-fail na. Okay. And it goes as well for your speed symbol. So as I've mentioned a while ago, this tire can run up to 210 kilometers per hour. Now, let's just say, for the sake of discussion, this bike would always run 210 kilometers or more than 210 kilometers per hour. It doesn't necessarily mean it would fail or explode or rupture. This means at that or higher than 210 kilometers per hour, the rubber will start to degrade because, of course, if you're running at a higher speed, temperature is also increasing, and if there is heating on your tire, it begins to deteriorate. So it might underperform or it might fail, depending on who made your tire. Okay, so again, 54H is called service description. 54 is your load capacity index. Letter H is the speed symbol. Now there's a bonus here. It says M plus S. Okay. You'd also see this in your four-wheel tires. Some consumers or some tire manufacturers would indicate M plus S. This is a mud plus snow. Okay. M plus S, mud plus snow. So that means this tire with this type of design can traverse, I'd say easily, over mud and snow. Okay, so again guys, I hope you learned from this video. I just talked about the complete tire size of this motorcycle tire.